Hello and welcome back to the Velo Park. This spot are ready for our first event in the Clash of the Titans 2016. Now, just to remind you, this is the elimination race. So the person at the back is just as important as the person at the front. 3 members from each team will be taking part, including the 2 team captains. We'll speak to those in a minute, but let's find out who's been selected and what they're in for.
The cycling elimination. Hello, old friend. In 2014, this race was tactical and aggressive. Maybe a bit too aggressive.
Freddie Flintoff nearly brought Greg James down. How on earth has he stayed on his bike? Well, he hasn't now.
The sprint laps are the key to this event. You know it's time to sprint when you hear the bell. Whoever finishes last on a sprint gets eliminated. When there are 3 riders left, it's a race to the finish line.
Freddie Flintoff on the deck, 1 minute. He's won the race.
Freddie won this race last time. That's got to give Team Flintoff the edge.
I'm pretty competitive, so I'll be as physical and aggressive as Freddie wants me to be.
Team Flintoff, we've got this.
Oh, have you now? You're going to have to get past my team first.
You just have to go as fast as you possibly can.
We're going to ride stronger, harder and faster.
To win. Ready? Steady.
Catch Freddie.
Right, let's grab a word with the El Capitanos. Freddie Flintoff is here, everybody. Freddie, you won this event 2 years ago. What is the secret?
I don't think there is a secret. You just got to pedal fast, haven't you? But I think the standard's been raised this year. Up against, it was all your Murs last time, it was quite easy. But these lads up all right, didn't they?
Well, you're up against a man who, ladies and gentlemen, 5 Olympic golds in 5 consecutive Olympic Games. It's Sir Steve Redgrave. We know you've got the lungs. Have you got the legs?
I've certainly got the heart, but I'm not sure if I've got the endurance as I used to have. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a great crack. I just hope we don't crack anything, because doing what Freddie did last year and fall off.
Okay, we know you're both champions. All the best. We'll let you get ready, because I'd like to introduce somebody who's going to be our special starter tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, she's walked 135 miles for Sport Relief. She is Jo Brand! Now, Jo, talk us through your job. It's a big one.
Yeah, I've got to fire the starting pistol without injuring myself or anyone else.
How much practice have you had? This is important.
14 seconds.
Okay, so essentially what you're telling us is this could be messy.
What I'm saying is step back.
Okay, what could possibly go wrong? Jo's going to start the race. Our commentating team is Rob Hales and Simon Brotherton.
Thank you, Dan. We've got a perfect commentary position here, high up in the rafters, looking straight down on the finishing line. Both Rob and I were here for the World Championships just a couple of weeks ago, but I have to say that feels like it was merely an hors d'oeuvre ahead of the racing that we're going to see tonight. Let's take a look at the lineup for the elimination race. 6 riders in the field, and as you can see, both captains are in this one looking to lay down an early marker. Well, before the race gets underway, we will have a warm-up lap just to give the race a rolling start. They must stay bunched until they pass the start line. Every other lap, the bell goes, the riders will sprint, and the last rider over the line is eliminated from the race until 3 riders remain. We're with Hugh Dennis rider cam at the moment. When we get down to the last 3, which may or may not include Hugh, of course, once the bell rings, our remaining riders will sprint for the finish. And there's the man, Rob, who won the big sprint last time, Freddie Flintoff, beating Ollie Murs in a head-to-head to the line. It was a commentary highlight for me, I must say.
Well, I couldn't believe it when I saw him go down, but he picked himself back up and, well, he knocked him for 6, didn't he? Dare I say it. Took the victory. Well, who's going to take it today?
Jo Brand is ready with the starter's gun, and the first event in Clash of the Titans 2016 is underway. Remember, 3 points available for the winner, 2 points for second place, 1 point for third, The remaining 3 riders will not score at all, and Hugh Dennis is trying to make sure he stays out of trouble here very early on. This is a man with some cycling experience. He's ridden the Etape du Tour over in France on 2 occasions in the past, and he's looking to make sure he can stay in this race a little longer.
He is, and there's a shot of him. You can see how hard he's trying, and he's not shaped for aerodynamics, has he? He's taking it out from the front just to make sure that he doesn't get himself in trouble, but it looks like Steve Redgrave's the rider who's in that hot seat at the moment.
Oh, really close one as they go over the line. And we have a fall-up, and Hugh Dennis is down. Hugh Dennis hits the deck at the end of the first sprint.
Well, I can't quite believe that. Just a touch of wheels there. It was his own teammate who just squeezed him out.
So momentarily they will neutralise the race. Well, confirmation that Harry Judd won't be McFlying around the track anymore. He is out. He was the first rider to go. And have I got news for you? Hugh Dennis will not be restarting as a result of the crash a few minutes ago. So we're down to 4. And here we go. Mark Wright, Freddie Flintoff, Dan Snow and Sir Steve Redgrave. 2 riders left from each team. And now we're underway. Now, what about the tactics here, Rob? Freddie Flintoff going right to the start, trying to dominate things.
Well, in a race like this, do you take the front and try and take control, or do you risk it in the back? It's a little bit easier in behind, but you do get the risk of getting out of line, and at the moment it's Steve Redgrave who's got himself caught at the back and on the inside.
So Steve Redgrave found himself boxed in the last time, and it looks as if he hasn't got too much room, and he's just almost barging into one of his opponents there again as Flintoff leads them over the line, and Mark Wright is the man to go. He's been feeling unwell today. We weren't sure whether he'd come back out for the restart, but he did. He gave it a go, but for Mark Wright, the only way is back to Essex.
That's a shocker, but true.
Well, and now, next time, they take the bell, and it's the sprint for the line this time, Rob. Where's your money?
It is, well, it looks like Flintoff, he's got it all the way, isn't he? Absolutely romping down the back straight.
Well, look at him go here, Freddie Flintoff. It was head-to-head with Ollie Murs 2 years ago, but I think he's going to win with room to spare here. And Freddie Flintoff is a 2-time winner of the Clash of the Titans elimination race, and he won it at a canter.
Undefeated.
The undefeated Freddie Flintoff. Here it is once again, Rob, and he just left the others trailing in his wake.
He did, and we've got Dan Snow there just trying to get in the wheel there of Freddie, but unfortunately for Steve Redgrave, well, he was trying to go round the long way. That was the hard way to do it, but unfortunately for the Blues, it was Freddie Flintoff all the way.
So Flintoff takes the win with room to spare. Dan Snow second over the line, and Sir Steve Redgrave third.
OK, let's grab a word with our top 3. So, Steve, just try and get your breath back. What was that like?
It was good. I enjoyed it. It's hard, especially when you're unfit. The young man got a big kick. He's got big, powerful legs.
The good news for you is there's 2 Blues in the top 3. Dan Snow, Freddie said you were the danger man, and you came through.
He was talking me up. That was a hell of a kick, man. Wow, it was unbelievable. He pounced.
And ladies and gentlemen, Freddie Flintoff is undefeated on the track. You've done it again.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a bit harder. But I had a tactic on the last lap. I'm just going to go for it and see what happens. I was looking behind and I thought Steve would be breathing down my neck, but you know, he should stick to his rowing, shouldn't he?
Well, congratulations. The good news is Hugh Dennis is OK. Let's get confirmation of exactly what happened in that race from our commentary team.
Thanks, Dan. Well, as you can see there, Freddie Flintoff, I think, had been training for that one, and it was a decisive victory for the cricketing legend. So 3 points there for Team Flintoff, but Dan Snow and Sir Steve Redgrave both on the board for their team.
One event down. Next up, synchronised swimming with Russell Kane taking on Will Young. It is not a dream.